Hey guys, welcome to our podcast, The Quiet Time Show. I'm your host, Kenley, and beside me is...
Hi guys, I'm your other host, Eric Nguyen.
And before we get into it, I wanted to give a huge shout out to my huge inspiration, Derek Gerard, the host of The Library Show. And yeah, I'll make sure to put all his information down in the description below. Make sure you guys check him out. So let's just jump straight into it. So this Elon guy, he bought Twitter and he changed it to, I think it was called X. And I heard that he's all over the world, but something about, I've been hearing also that he also hates a lot of people. What's that about?
The guy at Tesla who made that indestructible Cybertruck, dude, I heard he told the security guards to go and harass people and stop people from handing out flyers about unionizing.
That's actually crazy. People have the right to free speech. And federal law, I'm pretty sure the Supreme Court case was Commonwealth v. Hunt, it was called. And the people fought to join unions. And I heard from Elon that he was trying to stop all these workers from creating unions, and he threatened to remove stock via Twitter. X, sorry.
Dude, I know, right? Their workers are working super long hours. Their factories aren't safe, or they aren't completely safe. And you know Elon's work ethic, right? He's like a workaholic. He expects a bunch out of his workers. And yeah, Tesla has a bunch of demands and quotas to fill. They're ambitious, but this is outrageous, you know? You should prioritize your employees first. He even has the audacity to not pay them as well as their competitors.
Okay, now it makes so much more sense why people would want to join these unions to go against Elon Musk.
Could you remind me why a union would help at all?
So with a union, we are able to band together and basically we can negotiate for better working conditions and higher wage. This also reminds me of the one time when I'm pretty sure it was my great-grandmother. She was a part of a 19th century union.
Dude, what are you talking about? How'd you go from Elon Musk to a 19th century union? How does that connect at all?
Oh yeah, it's like the late 1800s, 1900s, somewhere around there. But anyways, my good teacher, Mr. S, can't say his full name for privacy reasons. We'll just call him Young S during this podcast. Anyways, he showed me that there's a lot of people who were paid extremely low. Like, they were literally paid pennies, which now sounds really illegal because the common wage is like, what is it, $17?
Dude, what the hell? Why would they do this? This reminds me of that one infamous factory in like the early 1900s. Didn't the Triangle Shirt Something factory, like, the fire kill like 100 workers?
Yeah, that was called the Triangle Shirtwaist Fire in 1911. It really increased awareness of how their working conditions are awful because they died. And their employees were only paid $15 a week, which is literally like $2.50 a day. That's literally nothing. And they hired police officers to imprison the workers who tried to strike against the company and try to increase their pay. And Elon Musk, I think he's trying to repeat history.
Oh my god. Yeah, you know what? I read somewhere that it was like a legit sweatshop. Right, like at the time they could exploit workers to like this large influx of immigrants coming in. They employed women, immigrant women for cheap labor, and they worked like 12 hours a day. Since they couldn't speak English, they couldn't fight against they couldn't protest anything, so they were very vulnerable. The fire escape wasn't even good at all. Corruption basically prevented the implementation of like fire escapes and proper safety measures. And if I were in their position, I would definitely not want to work there at all, right? You know what? McDonald's sounds better than that, and you know what? Being a fast food worker isn't all that. It's getting pretty loud in here, so let me just move this.
Yeah, kind of is. It's kind of being loud. Oh, shoot, let me just move that a little bit. There we go.
I think that's better, right?
Yeah, I think it's better. Maybe like for a little bit more. Okay, there you go.
Alright, yeah.
That should be good.
Perfect, actually.
Anyways, to continue on about this Elon Musk guy, I heard I heard that he's also apparently racist.
What are you talking about? He's this cool billionaire man who smoked jazz on Joe Rogan's podcast. People make jokes about him all the time.
Nah, bro. He likes belittling African Americans. Like this one person called Owen Diaz. Um, Apparently, people called him the N word on multiple occasions, and his supervisor called him the N word up to 30 times.
What? That's crazy. How could they have zero self-awareness? Like, and why did Elon Musk not like background check his supervisors at all?
I don't know, man. But the fact is that the supervisors was who Elon Musk hired, and he should be held responsible for this. But thankfully, Owen Diaz, the victim, was compensated with $3 million. You know what? I bet Elon gets it from his daddy. His papa exploits workers in the emerald mine in Africa.
Dude, racism is just this repeating occurrence. Like, this is just like that one time, that railroad building in the late 1800s, when Chinese workers were paid far less than their white counterparts because they had no other choice. Moreover, they lived in tents, while white workers had or could be able to live or could live in trailers, train cars, and around 20,000 Chinese workers built the Transcontinental Railroad. And I'm pretty sure they also had like these horrible working conditions as well.
Yeah, this reminds me of my late friend.
Wait, late?
Oh yeah, he died in a. I didn't tell you this, but he died in a car accident.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
so
it was a couple of
sorry.
years ago.
I didn't mean to.
No, man, it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay, man.
This is okay. Go on.
Well, anyways, he told me that his second cousin's grandfather, who at the time was a Chinese worker, he was forced to work super long hours, and he was paid barely nothing. And worst of all, he almost died on multiple occasions because of the horrible work conditions, like you said.
What do you mean by dangerous working conditions?
Yeah, he had to work like really long hours near explosives, near dangerous weapons, because during the time they had to dig out tunnels through mountains and they couldn't do it by hand, so they had to use all these dangerous equipment.
Oh no, dude. I would literally work at Chuck E. Cheese. They might recycle their pizza, but at least I'm not on the verge of death every 2 seconds. Why is it so loud in here?
Dude, I don't even know. A lot of people just came in.
Alright, moving on.
Okay, so let's go back to modern day. No more of these fire factories. Let's talk about a different tech company instead of Tesla. Maybe like Google.
You know what? These corporations, these are just corporations. All they want is money. Even at the expense of workers. You know what? Workers, that's why they're still trying to unionize, even in the modern day.
Doesn't your uncle work in like Google, and doesn't he make like what, $200,000 a year? Dude, if I was making that much, I wouldn't even make a union. Why would a tech company be so problematic?
Because some people can't keep it in their pants, man. Like, they just can't. People are getting sexually harassed left and right. And these executives, these higher ups, they're failing to take action. And to be honest, like, these tech giants were like basically like Standard Oil and other big corporations back then. They're super rich and they employ a bunch of workers. And you know what? Workers are still workers. They need protection.
Damn, they be down bad, bro. This reminds me of the time when women joined the workforce in the 20th century, and they entered the office as secretaries due to the changes brought by these big companies. And I heard that they were like sexually harassed by the higher ups. Thankfully, this has been declining since.
Okay, but you know what really grinds my gears? Amazon. Amazon is the ultimate hater when it comes to unions.
Yeah, dude. I heard from one of my friends that they literally piss in bottles to try to meet their quotas. Otherwise, they're gonna get fired. Like, what the hell?
Dude, tell me about it. Amazon has always fought against unionizing and the organization of workers in the U.S. Workers have to endure long hours, high injury rates, and a new one in this modern era, aggressive tech-enhanced monitoring. Thankfully, these workers are close to achieving their union.
Dude, all these companies have literally no shame. even though they make so much and their pay is literally higher than average, they're literally just a bunch of buzzwords.
You know what this reminds me of? The Homestead lockout.
You mean an event in which the Amalgamated Associations, the largest union of its times, straight up died and ended up unionizing for steel workers because of Andrew Carnegie?
Real. I hate Andrew Carnegie. He's one of those people who try to appease the public by appearing pro-union on paper, but in reality, he's just this rich egoist with no life.
Oh, all these billionaires, bro. All of them are inhumane and weird.
You know what? Now that I think about it, Amazon is just one of those companies that's so well known, and yet their workers are treated like garbage. I heard about their strikes all the damn time. It's crazy.
Dude, I was looking at this one News Times article, and apparently like 19 workers died in an Amazon facility. And I thought we lived in 2024, man. That's genuinely sad. And we live in a dystopian, man.
Alright. Thanks for tuning in on that Quiet Time podcast. I'm your host, Derek.
I'm your host, Kenley. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share, and make sure you guys tell your friends about us. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Yeah. You mean the event in which the Amalgamated Associations, the largest union of its time? Stop! You can't say that.
Amalgamated.
Did I not say that? Amalgamated.
You said something.
Amalgamated.
Yeah.
Amalgamated?
Amalgamated.